Hello everyone. So you guys got to know about details about the on-campus accommodation until now. So I'm going to tell about the off-campus accommodation, how to get the off-campus accommodation, and the furthermore details. As I already know, everyone is not uh, rich enough to stay on campus because it will cost a little heavy, around 700 pounds per month to rent the on-campus accommodation. I know I live at a off-campus accommodation. It will cost me around 300 to 400 per single room. Let me just explain how to get a off-campus accommodation. Uh, to get a off-campus accommodation, you need to follow these sites, spare rooms, and buddy app, these kind of things. Spare rooms is the site where you can get information about the vacancies of rooms. So I'm going to explain everything regarding the London only, not outside of London. So everyone who is coming students, they just want to get their own house, separate house to stay single. This Just remember, these things won't be possible when you arrive, until unless you are lucky enough to get a room somewhere where only individuals are staying. Mostly in London, it's like families rent their spare rooms, like a couple with children or so newly married couple. Those kind of people, they will rent out a extra spare room or extra bedroom they have. You need to get adjusted with that. You need to know how to stay with new people. You need to give them their privacy, and you need to have your own privacy. So these are the things which you really need to remember while coming here, because not everyone is going to get a single room separately for students. It's very tough, in especially in London, I'm saying. Not outside of London campuses like Hertfordshire, these kind of people, they may get a house. But people who are staying, who are having universities in London, they need to remember this kind of stuff. And never, London is divided into different zones, one, two, three, like I have said. But for Central London, a few universities like Middlesex or Coventry, London campus, these kind of universities will have the campuses on the Central London. But you can't stay in Central London. You can't means it's very expensive to stay in Central London. So better to stay in Zone 2, Zone 3 kind of areas, so that it's very flexible and reasonable. So if you want a separate house, what are the things you need to remember? First, to get a separate house, you really need a guarantor, UK guarantor, who's a UK resident, who has a UK passport. They need to sign for you that saying they are the guarantor for you when you arrive. Until then, no one is going to rent a house for you, because most of the houses are rented through a agent. So agents, they will collect all the information from you, and they will give the rooms for you. That is for individual house. And few places, they'll give the complete house with 6 months contract. That means you need to give them whole rent of 6 months in the beginning itself. So you can calculate who is going to pay all 6 months rent at a time. So it's a huge amount, right? So in the beginning, so don't expect in the from the beginning when you arrive you are going to get a house easily, that too for individuals. So just get into the house which you get. I mean, check in the spare rooms. I recommend keep the filters in while searching in spare rooms, like no agent or without agents, because if you select agents, you need to pay deposit of 2 months to them extra out of pocket. It's like it is not going to the landlord; it's going directly to the agent. So select houses which are no agent fee, those kind of houses. And another important thing is, remember, never pay anything before you arrive here. Until unless you see the house, you check on yourself. Never pay the deposit or any kind of money before arriving into London, because it's very tough. You can contact with them, and you can just say you are going to come on so and so date. You can just get them details and get the details, and you can arrive here. But never pay the deposit or any amount before coming here. It's a must and should rule, because there are few cheaters. You don't know, without knowing a person, how can you deposit huge amount, right? So that is the one thing. And if possible, I recommend everyone is, if possible, for at least for in the beginning, for first term, just stay it on campus, book it on campus, so that you don't need to think about accommodation before coming here. So if you get a accommodation on campus, then it's absolute, you are going to get the place to live before coming here, so it's not an issue. If not, then follow these rules. Never pay any deposit to agents before arriving to London. Never believe the strangers easily. So in the place where I live, we have like PGs. PGs means, like I said before, there are few families, not few, many families. They will rent out the house to students. They will only cook the food for them, and with food they will charge like around 80 to 90 pounds per week. So it will cost around 300 to 400 per month, 300 to 400 pounds. So calculate accordingly, and depending on your requirement and other things, go into the select the house. But please be sure about everything. And you need to, what I personally recommend is, you need to check the postcode from the place you live to the university, how much distance it is going to be there, and the place where you live, what are the, I mean, through city mapper you can check the timings. Like in the night time, if you are going to work in part time, sometimes you need to come late night, so you need to check how it would be the transport for 24, can you get the transport 24 hours from the place you live, or how much distance you need to walk when you get out of bus or train station. So these kind of things you need to keep in mind. Eventually after coming here, you will get to know remaining things. So please do cautious about everything before coming here, and try to have a good accommodation which was very much healthy, and which will be helpful to for your studies also. So all the best for all the new students who are arriving to London in couple of months, by January I think. So please do subscribe my channel for more information regarding these. And I will please do comment in the comment section, or regarding the things which you want to know before coming here. So I will try to make a video as soon as possible. Okay, until then, see you all. Bye bye.